Hello there, DevLeague Schools. This is Jamie again. I'm back to just give you an overview here on the submission that is according to the rubric for this first challenge that you guys should be nearing completion on. So, I'm going to first talk about the folder itself, the details, and where you're supposed to submit everything. The folder itself is called 2021-2022 DevLeague. This is a folder created and should be shared to you by Jackie of Gear Up, Idaho. There's a submission folder, if you'll see this graphic that I've got down at the bottom, this screenshot. There's a submission folder for every school. So inside that submission folder is where you're going to put all of your materials that you're supposed to turn in for this first challenge. Alright, so just drop all of the materials for this challenge into that folder right there, and then the folks over at Gear Up Idaho will have access to them so that they can judge. We will also talk about our submission requirements. This is everything that you're going to need to put in that folder that's required for the submission for this first challenge. First is your reflection paper. I have the old set of instructions for that over on the right here from the rubric, but the reflection paper is just a 1 to 2 page double-spaced reflection describing the problem your team decided to design their app around. This is mainly what you talked about during the brainstorming phase. You're just going to write up a little discussion about it. And the accepted formats that we're going to take on that are document files like from Word, PDFs, which you can export from both Google Docs and Word and some other software, and if you just have a Google Docs, that will work as well. Then you're going to need a reflection video. So this video is going to be a short 2 to 5 minute reflection describing your team's process while they worked through this challenge. This is to go through every step of the journey, some things that you encountered, some things you came across, your thoughts, and your creative process behind it. And it is also a nice artifact that you can keep for a portfolio in the future if you ever want to show this off. The accepted formats for this part of the submission are .mp4 or .avi, just traditional video formats. And then the wireframes themselves are going to be the actual graphical representation of your idea that you had during your brainstorming. And these formats originally in the rubric were specified to be in Adobe XD or Keynote. These are definitely two of the main options, but we have some special cases where some folks have had to shift to using other software, and that's perfectly fine. I tried to accommodate all those that I've heard about here on this slide, but if I haven't and you've discussed it with your coordinator and they're okay with it, then just know that your submission should be acceptable and you're just fine. But the accepted formats that we'll take for your wireframes are first a .xd file for Adobe XD, a .key file for Keynote, a .powerpoint file, or actual JPEGs or PNGs for paper drawings. There are a couple other criteria that you will be judged on based upon these submissions. Now, this is not anything you need to submit or worry about. This is just something to be aware of as you're going into this challenge. These are a couple other things that you're going to be judged on as a part of your submission. One of them will be whether or not it was on time by the deadline November 15th. One of them will be for creativity, and another will be if you manage to attend 2 meetings with the GIMM coaches here at Boise State. We really look forward to seeing your submissions. You guys have been doing an excellent job so far. We've had a great time over here at the team looking over all your work and discussing your ideas, and we're really excited to see your submissions. And I know the folks at Gear Up are too. So, great work!